And welcome back to episode 3 of Sports Resort, your number one destination to all things sports. So today, unfortunately, one of our starting 5, Arv Duval, is not able to be here today. He's on vacation.
He's in India.
He is currently in India?
Yes.
Enjoying the life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has to be happy somehow, Colts fans. He has to find a way to be happy. All right. So, anyways, let's go with the big news that happened on Monday Night Football, where in the first quarter, I think with 6 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in a 7-3 game where the Bengals were winning, T. Higgins catches the ball and hits Damar Hamlin right in the chest. Mm-hmm. He tackles him, he gets back up, and he falls down. Yeah. Later, it was told that it was cardiac arrest that happened, and they had to revive. He was basically dead, and they had to revive him again, like on the field. They had to give CPR for him.
He basically was like dead for like 7 minutes.
Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
So there's an update a couple hours ago. He isn't in critical condition anymore. He's only 50% relying on the oxygen that they're giving him. It used to be 100%.
He's almost breathing again.
Yeah, so it's looking good.
30 minutes ago, they also said they got positive results from the test they did. So.
Yeah, it's overall looking good.
They might not play the game because they're not resuming it this week, so I don't think they're going to play the game.
So then, even though life is first by far, how would does anyone know how this might work for like scheduling and playoffs? Even though this has nothing to do, Hamlin's family and his life is first.
We're all praying for him,
Yeah, pray for him always. But how would this work for like the AFC playoff picture?
I think they're going to give the Bengals and Bills a tie.
Yeah, I think that's what they would.
But
do.
the Bills would still be the first seed. The Bills will still be the second.
Yeah, even if they did it would not change. They already clinched playoffs.
No,
so.
But no, because the Bills and the Chiefs have the same record, and the Bengals are one loss behind them. If Bengals win that game, there's a three-way tie for the top.
It would be tough, but they'd either have to tie the game or just not record the game at all. So either way, it's the same result.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate what happened to him.
It is.
It's a freak accident that he got.
He got hit at the right time.
At the wrong
right spot. Yeah, it's
time,
very bad.
Like a millisecond snap. It was very unfortunate that happened. And hopefully, by the next time you guys see us on Sports Resort, he'll be healthy, and he'll be in a good recovery stage.
Mm-hmm. So in other news, the games on Sunday, those games were all great. The Giants game, 38-10 Colts. We're in the playoffs.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
I said it was going to have a 6 seed. I said 6 seed. Nobody listens to me. That's what I'm saying. 36 fantasy points for Daniel Jones.
I'm versing him in fantasy championship.
Ooh, that must be tough.
Yeah.
On CBS it said 42, but I guess you have less points on your
team. PPR. Two rushing touchdowns, 2 throwing touchdowns. 125 passer rating. If you don't know, that's the highest QBR ever in this whole season from a quarterback.
Speaking of more games, Brody, we see you back there. How's that Vikings loss, huh? You enjoyed that?
That must be tough.
I mean,
Brody,
I woke up.
I didn't enjoy it.
41-17, Brody. That's rough.
It just didn't happen.
Hey, that helps Dallas because going into these last 2 weeks, Dallas needed San Fran and Minnesota to lose a game, Philly to lose out, and Dallas to win out. With Minnesota losing, all they need is, which is probably won't happen, the 49ers to lose to the Cardinals.
Ooh, that's not
happening. That's doubtful, we'll say.
Nope, it's not happening. It's
impossible.
And
then there's also Philly needs to lose
That is not going to happen.
Well,
New York.
Dable said he wants to play all his players.
Well,
yeah.
Even if we play all the players,
what if Jalen Hurts still isn't playing?
Ooh.
He's questionable still.
I still think it's a terrible idea to start our starters. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea either because what if they they're rusty. They're rusty if they don't play.
There's one reason why I think they would start. There's one reason why I think they would start him. So this might have nothing to do with it. This is a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2020, when the NFC East was the NFC least.
That is a very big stretch.
Now, hear me out.
It's a different coach.
Okay, but it's still, most of the players are still the same.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about, too.
So, going into week 8, was it week 18 or week 17?
It was the last week.
It was the last week.
The Eagles
pulled. The Eagles versus Washington on Sunday Night Football. And it was, or Monday Night Football, I forgot. And then, but Dallas and New York played earlier on. New York beat Dallas, which left it down to New York and Washington to make the playoffs. after halftime or after like the first quarter, Philly just decided to stop playing They played like all their third stringers, and all the Giants players got mad. Now, even though a 6-win team shouldn't make the playoffs.
Well, the think about it, the Eagles are making the playoffs anyway. So the Giants want to set themselves up. I'm not saying we're Super Bowl contenders, but I'd like to get a first-round win.
I think you could beat Minnesota.
It's either Minnesota or the 49ers. So the 49ers have to beat the Cardinals,
Very
right?
easy.
And the Eagles have to beat us. If we lose to the Eagles, we're playing the 49ers first round. Or if we beat the Eagles.
Well, who would you rather play?
The Vikings.
The Vikings by
We can
far.
beat the Vikings. With Adoree Jackson back, that's going to be more coverage on Justin Jefferson.
Let's talk about the point differential.
We almost beat
for
him the first time.
Oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the 12-4 Minnesota Vikings have a worse point differential than some of the
Any other
eliminated
team.
teams,
Negative 19.
like the Raiders, the Jaguars. There's
Pretty much every team.
Yeah, there's like a good amount of teams that are like hovering a bit under 500 that still have a better point differential.
They have negative 19, Sean. That's terrible.
That is I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the worst of any 12-win team after this part in NFL history.
Yeah, so if the Giants play them first round, I think we have a great chance of beating them with our defense back.
Right now you're playing them.
And
Yeah,
also,
that's why we need the 49ers to win, and that's why if we beat the Eagles, that would be terrible for us. I don't think there's no point.
and also the 40
you would go.
you only lost
No,
to the
you would stay in the
Vikings
sixth
on a
seed.
you
You
only
would
lost
stay
to the
in the
Vikings
sixth seed.
on a,
I think how do we move up to the fifth seed?
You can't move up
you
to the
can't
fifth
move
seed.
up and you can't move down.
All right,
You're
perfect.
stuck.
So if
So you're stuck. So
if we're playing the Vikings first round, I think that's an easy win right there.
Because you only lost to the Vikings on a 61-yard field goal by apparently the Vikings kickers are good this year, Greg Joseph.
With a lot of our hurt players too. Our starting safety was out and 3 cornerbacks were out.
Are any of their players going to be back for playoffs?
Xavier McKinney played on Sunday. His hand was in a complete thing, like a stub. Like
a
you know how
cast?
people have one hand? His
Yeah.
hand was like a stub.
That's
It
how
was,
Parsons played.
Yeah, it was in like a complete thing. He had a couple opportunities for a pick, but he couldn't do anything because he had one hand. It was interesting, but he's back. Adoree Jackson's looking great for Sunday against the Eagles. I think we put him in a couple snaps, but I don't think by any means either of them play the whole game. Those are both back. We got Landon Collins coming off a great week last week. He's back. He's now off the practice squad. He's starting. We have pretty much our defense is back. Adoree Jackson's going to be great against Justin Jefferson. I think with those players back, we have a really good chance.
I
that's
see
what
you
I'll say.
getting past
big
Minnesota.
chance of what?
Big chance of beating Minnesota. Big chance of moving around to round 2. After that, it's I'm not saying we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl.
I mean, anyone can.
All right, so
That's
speaking,
true.
Speaking of the playoff picture right now, who do you think the Dolphins still have a chance to make the playoffs?
Absolutely
They're
not.
not making
All
it.
that
I
needs to
mean,
happen
The
is the
Steelers
Patriots
are
lose
making the
against
playoffs.
the
Okay,
Patriots lose against
Joe.
the Bills, and the Dolphins beat the Jets.
The Steelers are making the playoffs. Mike Tomlin always coaches to the playoffs.
Mike Tomlin, ever since he was the Steelers head coach, has not had a losing season. That goes into this week. Steelers
Mike
are
Tomlin's
8
All
and
the
eight.
Ste-
No, stop. You
Thank
have
All
to
the
Get
remember-
rid of
Steelers
him,
have
though.
to
He
do
sucks.
is
No,
beat the
stop.
bum
The
Browns. The
They
bum
ha- they play
Browns.
the Browns.
And
The
have-
bum
and
Browns.
Speaking of the
Patriots have
Browns.
to lose, and
Wait,
The
so
bottom
wait,
tier
wait.
Browns.
Speaking of the Browns, Deshaun Watson had 3 touchdowns
9
and
for
400
18.
passing yards.
9
Nine
for
for
18.
18
But it's
is
against the
upsetting.
Washington Trash Cans.
That's
They beat
true.
the Giants.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, we tied to them.
The Giants beat them.
We tied to them with our 3rd string defense
Oh
and no Saquon Barkley. He hurt his elbow.
I mean, that was Deshaun's only good game.
I mean, it was a really
Is that
good
his
game.
last?
He went 9 for 18.
I don't
The
think it
only
was a
reason
good
that's
game.
considered good is because of the 3 touchdowns.
It's still good.
I don't think it's that
50%.
good. I really don't. I think.
I mean, you guys only won because Carson
He's
Wentz is
been
in,
gone
and he
for
threw 3
11
picks.
weeks.
Carson Wentz sucks.
Carson Wentz is awful.
Yes.
Carson
Yes.
Wentz is terrible.
They should have kept Taylor Heineke, and even after the first, I may have understand he might have been struggling, but he was keeping the team alive in the playoff picture. He maybe went in for 1 quarter. You see, it's not working. Put back in Heineke.
I think they should have kept in Heineke from the start. Heineke is he's a fighter. He's got that dog in him. He's not a great player.
Got
but
that dog in him.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. You know, he isn't the best player in skill wise, but he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
When he steps on the field, and he gives it his best effort.
And dude, looking at Deshaun Watson's stats, you take away the 3 touchdowns, he only went 9 for 18 with 169 yards.
That's really bad.
Bro,
Listen, 3 touchdowns all year.
Has he got a rushing touchdown since he was back?
Did we win the game?
Has he had a rushing
record?
touchdown
Did we win
since
the
he was
game?
back?
Was it?
It don't matter
Was
if
it
we win the
Deshaun that did it, or
You're just
was
losing
it
out on draft
someone
picks
else? Their running back core, which I'm not mistaken, I think I saw on
Nick
SportsCenter.
Chubb,
Nick
Kareem
Chubb went for like 106, 108 yards. It was around there.
He probably did pretty good. Nick Chubb's a great running back.
Yes, he is.
oh
I
Sean,
agree.
how do you feel about the 49ers, the Packers, and the Buccaneers in the playoffs for the Cowboys?
Okay,
The
here's
two
how
teams-
I feel.
The
I
three
would
teams.
rather play a 7-seeded Seahawks. No, yeah.
Of course we would.
But I would rather play a 4-seeded Buccaneers over a 7-seeded Lions or Packers because Dallas's history with the Packers is bad. 9-1 in the last 10 games. That's awful. And Detroit, you never know of them. They could either be one of the best teams in the league or one of the worst teams in the
I
league.
mean, Sean,
You never know of
our
them.
path to the playoffs, we have to beat Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Jalen Hurts if he's healthy.
Okay, hear me out. The Buccaneers. No, I'm not
The
afraid
Buccaneers,
of the Buccaneers.
I think I watched
I
them
know
make
Tom Brady's on it.
make a playoff run.
But
That's
Really?
all I
Just
gotta
did
say.
again.
Watch them make a Super
Again?
Bowl drive. Watch them
Yes.
miss it.
Super Bowl
Watch.
drive.
Yep.
a Super Bowl drive.
And watch them lose. I hope they lose, but watch them make the playoff. Watch them make the Super
They're
Bowl.
not making the Super Bowl, dude. Brady
Watch.
might get him past one round if they verse Philly. I
Watch.
don't see him
If they
beating
verse
Dallas.
Philly.
I'm saying like in some weird situation where like Dallas gets
Cowboys win NFC East.
Yes, Cowboys win the East and Philly falls to the 5. I don't even see Tampa Bay getting past Philly.
I think Tampa Bay is making the Super Bowl. That's all I gotta say.
I
I don't
They're
see.
not.
I do
They're
not
not.
see
I
that
don't.
in
don't see
any
it.
stretch of the
I don't.
imagination.
What's up with the Lions? Are the Lions in yet?
All right,
wait.
so here's how it works for the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions need Seattle to lose to the Rams,
Yep.
and they need to beat Green Bay.
And if Green Bay wins against the Lions and Seattle loses, Green Bay goes
No,
in.
Green Bay just
No,
gets
Green
in
Bay
anyways
it's
if
a
they
win
win
and in.
because of the better conference
Yeah,
record.
that's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
So I
don't know.
think what I want to happen, I don't want the Packers in the playoffs.
No
I don't
one
like
wants the
Aaron
Packers in
Rodgers.
the playoffs.
Ooh, I hate the Packers.
We all do.
Hey,
So
so
wait, who do you? All right, random question. Who do you guys hate the most in the league? Like overall,
the
like what's the one
Cowboys.
team
The
that you despise the
Cowboys.
most?
I
You're
hate
a
the
Browns fan.
Cowboys.
Nobody likes the
You're a
Cowboys.
Browns
I
fan.
hate the Cowboys.
Like worse
with
than
a
any other
passion.
team.
First round exits.
Oh my
Cowboys.
god.
Baker
There's one
Mayfield.
team I hate more than any other team, and this is probably just from history,
It's
but
the
I can't let it
Philadelphia
go.
Eagles.
New England Patriots.
Oh yes.
I don't like the
yes.
Patriots.
I despise the Patriots.
Bro.
With,
I don't like Patriots fans. I like the
I
Ah,
Patriots.
also
I'm-
don't like the Raiders. Last year we had a nice playoff chance.
I
and we
hate
lost
the
against
Raiders.
The Raiders.
I hate the Raiders.
The Raiders beat us
Not
by
because
a
of that.
field
I'd hate the Raiders
goal.
because all their players look like robots.
Yes.
And it scares me.
Really?
Derek Carr,
Wait,
Hunter
what?
Renfro, their
Well-
kicker. What's their kicker's
Oh.
name? They look like they're built in a lab. All three of them look the exact same.
The
speaking
team
of-
I hate the most is the Green Bay Trash Cans.
I hate them too. That's me too.
Okay, but
2016.
speaking of Raiders, Jarrett Stidham, where did he
Jarrett
come
Stidham's
from?
doing
He
great.
he sent the 49ers
Why couldn't he just beat 'em? Why couldn't
Raiders
he just
game
win? He
into
could've just won.
into overtime.
He's doing really good
That
though.
w- that's a great way. Even with a loss, that loss wasn't on him. Really, I don't think you
so,
could
no.
blame him there. I'm gonna check.
Josh
his stats
Jacobs
real
probably
quick.
did pretty good.
All right,
I mean,
wait, we got off topic real quick. You think the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl?
Who?
Steelers?
Playoffs.
no, I don't think so.
The only way Steelers make
I
it,
hate
They
Pittsburgh.
beat the Browns.
I hate any
Patriots
Pittsburgh
lose.
team.
I
but-
hate Pittsburgh
and
fans.
Miami
hate
has to
Pittsburgh.
lose.
Yeah. Miami plays the Jets, so that's possible.
Miami's
So what are we
gonna
doing?
gonna lose that game.
Patriots play the Bills, so that's very
What?
possible.
They have their third string quarterback, right?
Yeah, Miami.
Miami,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Skylar Thompson.
Tua is not playing next
no,
week
both
already.
teams are on their third stringers. Mike White, I
Oh,
think, is
Mike
out.
White is
Wait,
out, but
on
they
the
have
topic-
Zach Wilson.
No,
though, right?
Zach Wilson's out.
Good.
On the topic of the Dolphins, do you think they're tanking? Because many people think that the Dolphins
No.
are tanking.
No,
this
they're
season.
not.
They're
I
not
don't think they
tanking,
should.
They're not
but
tanking,
the
they were just
amount of
frauds.
Their quarterback has a concussion.
No one's
for the
found
third
evidence where he has
time this
concussion.
season.
That's what we're saying. No one has found evidence where in any play he seems to have a
Bro,
concussion.
Yeah,
he
they
literally
have.
didn't remember.
He
He didn't
failed
remember.
concussion protocol after,
And they-
after the Packers
Austin,
game.
he didn't remember the interceptions he threw. The 3 interceptions against the Packers.
No, he actually didn't. His stats before were amazing, and then that one play, his stats after were like.
Dude, he
2
went
and
from like a
19.
1 p.m. Kirk Cousins to like a Monday Night Football Kirk
It was
Cousins.
it was
And maybe not
crazy.
that big of a
I've never
downfall.
seen that
but
before.
yeah.
All right, let's get off of football. Let's talk about one college basketball game.
So wait, were you just talking about college basketball?
Rutgers upset the #1 team in the
That
country
was crazy.
For the
Purdue?
second
I didn't
year
watch
in a
that.
row
in Purdue.
in Purdue this time.
Last year they did it at the rack.
That is
with
crazy.
Cam Spencer. That's his name, right? Cam
Cam
Spencer.
Spencer hit the
With a game-winning three-point shot to send Rutgers over Purdue 65-64. So that if the college basketball committee doesn't rank Rutgers when they have this is the highest.
If Rutgers beats Maryland, they will be ranked.
Yes, and also Rutgers is ranked 16th in KenPom rankings.
In the net, they're ranked 16. Yes.
Yes, which is the highest they've ever been since KenPom was introduced, which is unbelievable for like a Rutgers team.
Right now, they're 10-4.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have lost to Ohio State.
They
The-
did it well.
they-
They should because
The
the ref
shot
didn't call that out
shouldn't
of
have been
bounds.
counted.
His
but
foot was
they
out of
did.
bounds.
Even the committee said it should have been counted.
Even though, also, dude, I don't know what happened, but in those last 0.4 seconds of the game, whoever was throwing the ball in, oh my god, I had a heart attack.
What's his name?
I forgot his name, but still,
It wasn't Amori.
Hey,
It
guys.
it wasn't Cliff
Hey,
Murray.
guys. Let's talk about basketball. That game last night with Giannis, did you see it?
He
Oh,
dropped
that
Fucking
50,
weird
right?
high, 55 points against
What
the
about Dame
Wizards.
Lillard 2 days ago? He dropped 60.
What about- what
70,
about-
he dropped
Career
70.
high.
What about
Who's that one
Donovan
guy?
Mitchell?
Donovan
Giannis.
Mitchell, 71
Listen,
point game, highest since
listen.
Kobe.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Listen,
I said Donovan.
The Bucks are third in the East. They don't have Middleton or Drew Holiday. Giannis scores 55 points. Do you think the Bucks are contenders?
I don't
Now,
know.
as a person that doesn't watch basketball but
Oh
hears
my
a lot
goodness.
of
The
good
Bucks
things
are
about the
contenders.
Bucks,
Goodness.
I've
But
heard that
sadly,
they
the Nets will
probably
beat
are.
them in the playoffs.
The Nets are trash.
The Nets are not trash.
Giannis
Nets are a
scored
good
all
team.
his points only in the paints.
Bro, the Nets are not
Giannis
trash.
did?
Yes.
That's because Giannis is like 7 foot tall.
It's because Giannis, you
Nets
can't
can't
defend
stop
him.
Nets.
You can't defend him.
The Nets are not beating anybody. The Nets
The
suck.
Nets
Now,
are
hear me
beating
out.
people.
Hear me
The
out,
Nets
guys.
are trash.
I'm telling you this right now. The New Orleans Pelicans at least make it to the semifinals.
Oh, they
Yeah,
do.
Zion's crazy.
Because I think they're gonna get the third seed.
Zion eats.
We know that.
Pelicans are
Yeah, I
gonna get
know.
the third
We
seed.
know
They got
this.
Zion Williamson.
Big man.
No, but last year, like when I was watching the NBA playoffs, the only team I really watched for a decent bit was the Pelicans, and they actually
one
came
ounce
close.
bounce.
They came close to beating the Suns. It was like 4-2, right?
Yeah.
The series. At a time, it was 2-2.
Let's also talk about the college football games.
I watched those.
the
Those
college
were,
football playoff games. TCU
that was an
upset
amazing game.
Michigan.
That was a really
Everyone
good game.
counted TCU out. Everyone said TCU was gonna get steamrolled.
It was like a 90-point
Michigan,
game.
Yeah.
what happened?
Greatest thing.
Two pick sixes. Two pick sixes.
That was
TCU, that was amazing because I was enjoying it. I was hoping TCU would win that entire time, and I'm at Applebee's when it's 51-38. Michigan scores a touchdown, and then I'm getting nervous for a few seconds, but then I see it's fourth down, that fumble, whatever even happened, like a botched snap, or like or was it in shotgun or was it under center? Do you remember, Joe?
Which play?
The final play, the
The
one that
fumble
was
of the Michigan.
yes.
That was in
Uh,
shotgun.
Yeah, it was shotgun.
Yeah,
Then
so-
they lateraled it back, and then
Yeah.
Didn't do anything, yeah.
didn't do
And
anything.
do you think targeting should have been called? I don't think
There's
so.
no point.
I
They
think it
would've
was
lost.
back of the shoulder pad
I mean,
doesn't
you
matter.
can't
because
make the guy move his body easily.
well, because if it was targeting, then they would have gotten a first down. I don't think it was targeting, but a lot of people at the
Yeah, they would've
Applebee's
gotten a
I was
first
at
down with
would
0
say
seconds on the
otherwise.
clock.
They would have had a first down with 1 second.
0 seconds is what
They would've
did,
went
and
for
it's
a
just
Hail
one
Mary.
play.
The other game, Ohio State versus Georgia. Ohio
whoa,
State
whoa.
was controlling for like almost the whole game. Then Georgia came back in the fourth quarter.
Honestly,
That
I
game I
kind
didn't
of
watch.
I don't care about either team because whoever from the TCU Michigan game won is the team I wanted to win. But I mean, I don't want to see Georgia repeat. So I wanted to see Ohio State win, but now it all comes down to TCU making the underdog story of a lifetime.
I mean, people are making fun of the guy for missing a 50-yard field goal. It's college. It's
Ohio
a 50-yard
kid?
field goal.
Yeah,
That's
and
funny.
also
But-
that kid has been amazing for them. He misses one kick, and now he's considered the common enemy of Ohio State. I don't think you should blame that. You should blame it for
blame
even
it on the
getting that
defense.
close.
Blame it on defense for blowing it.
That's whatever. Blame whoever you want. It was a terrible kick, though. I
Yeah,
thought
it
it
was
gonna be
wide,
close.
like literally, it looked like a Madden
like
kicking.
40 foot wide.
Looks like you
bro.
trying to like miss a field goal in Madden.
Guys,
bad.
I know we're not, like a gossip, kind of channel, but you see the conspiracies going on with JJ McCarthy's dad,
I
the
don't.
Michigan game the other day.
I don't know what's up with it.
So it appears that he was trying to touch his son's girlfriend's
What?
career the other day at the game, and
Is
it was
there pictures?
recorded on video.
Is there a
Yes,
video?
they have videos of it
Let me see
actually.
the video.
No, I don't have the video. It's
Let
not-
me see the video.
it's not- I have pictures. I don't have the video. But it is.
Yo,
it is.
what?
It is thought her phone was on in her pocket, in her back
Wait.
pocket.
Wait, his daughter?
Hmm?
His daughter?
Mm-mm.
Who?
His dad. Doesn't matter. Forget
His
it.
dad.
Anyway,
It doesn't matter. It
Doesn't matter.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So anyway, speaking of all, we're going through all the sports. What about hockey? Does anyone know anything about?
I never watched
I only
hockey.
watch the Rangers.
I hate
I only watch a
hockey with
game
a
when I'm like,
passion.
when I
I-
have to
The
go to a
Rangers
game.
are doing good as of late, but they sucked in the beginning of the year.
Hockey is horrible.
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's,
no, it's
it's,
not.
the-
One
it's
of
the
most
best
entertaining
sport to go
sports.
see in person.
Hockey's-
That's
No.
that's I only watch games when I'm there in person.
Hockey is bad.
Also, I love watching hockey in the play. Last 2 years, I've been watching the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's always a lot of fun, especially when there's like the Rangers or the Islanders.
The last year, Sean, the Rangers made a run all the way to the final. They were up 2-0. Then
Tampa
they,
Bay, right?
Yeah, then they lost.
That
the
same
last
team
one.
that
That
knocked out the
sucks.
Islanders the year before.
I was
that.
on vacation when they beat the Carolina Hurricane when everyone thought they wouldn't beat them.
And everyone talking about came out of nowhere. I'm not sure if this was an upset or not at the beginning of the season, but the New Jersey Devils, second in the Metropolitan
Oh,
Division.
the Devils are doing good.
Bro, the
Devils-
Devils are sucking as of late.
No, I
They
don't know
started
about
off
lately.
good.
I haven't
They are
watched the game
trash
lately.
now.
Oh yeah, didn't they start off like 20
They started off 20-2,
and now they're 23-11?
and the overtime losses, right?
And overtime losses, there's 3 overtime losses, but they're 23-11.
I mean,
so
the
far.
Rangers caught up to them in like a month. Like the Devils fell off. There's nothing else there.
Oh, one thing that's surprising to me wasn't last year the Florida Panthers really good? Like
Yeah,
were
they were.
Yeah, now
fell
they're
off, too.
second to last in the Atlantic Division behind the Montreal Canadiens.
They fell off. The Rangers, I know they're in third place right now. They
Canadians.
should.
Wait, guys. As of a couple minutes ago, the Dolphins signed Mike Glennon.
Mike, the GOAT,
Mike-
Mike Glennon,
Mike-
will be playing against the New Jersey
Do we think they're
Jets.
saved?
Jets.
They're
Mike-
saved here with Mike
They are
Glennon.
saved. The Dolphins are making the playoffs.
Our first breaking news on Sports Resort, it comes in the way of Mike Glennon.
As of 22 minutes ago,
Mike Glennon.
Adam Schefter, with the Dolphins preparing to be without Tua and Teddy, dealing with a dislocated pinky, Miami is signing veteran quarterback Mike Glennon
No,
to the
that's
practice
crazy.
squad.
No, that's crazy.
Mike Glennon.
That is terrible.
They're saved.
I forgot about him, dude. I know he was
I
like the
didn't forget about him.
quarterback on the Giants.
I
and
won't
such.
forget about him.
Man.
So, pause. Do you think there's a chance, not probable, but is there a chance that the
No.
Dolphins actually do well with this quarterback?
No.
No.
Are you stupid?
Austin, bro.
Listen,
It's Mike
I'm just
Glennon.
asking questions.
Hey,
right?
Mike Glennon had like one good game, and every other game he's bad. Maybe he'll get that glimpse.
No, he
again.
never had a good game.
I
He's
thought he had
terrible.
one.
He was on
Against
the Giants
the,
last
on
year.
the Giants, he was the worst quarterback
I thought
in
he
the
had
NFL.
one
No,
average game.
No, every single game was significantly below average. At one point, they had to do a what's it called? A QB sneak on 3rd and 8,
I saw.
or
I
on
remember
2nd and
that.
8,
That was
and
the
then on 3rd and
funniest
7 or whatever,
What was the
ever.
point of that?
to get better positioning for our punt.
For your, weren't you guys on your own 10?
Yup.
That was with Glennon.
Yup.
Bro, your coach sucked.
He was gonna
Dable is
reach
so
his
much
neck
better.
forward over the.
Is that the
first-
bald guy? McLennan's a bald dude?
Yes.
So who do you guys
Ah.
think is the NFL Coach of the Year?
Dable.
Brian
Sean
Dable.
McVay.
Brian Dable should be. Whether,
Dable.
you,
As
whether
much as
he
I
Dable
will
should
get
win it
or not.
unanimously.
Bills.
It's either got to be one of two teams. It's
You're
either
a
got to be
goofy.
Brian Dable or it's got to be Dan Campbell.
No.
Dude, no.
Sean.
Brian Dable Dan Campbell has he has decent players. He has
But
a
think
team
about
that-
how much
Sean
has
talent-
talent.
McVoy is the coach
Sean
of the year.
McVay, isn't he the coach of the
Bro,
Rams?
Sean McVay
Yes.
is
You
a
gotta stop talking.
Bro.
You're an idiot.
Stop
Austin.
I
You're
don't
a
know-
Brown
guys,
fan and
guys.
you're an idiot, bro.
I don't know who
Sean,
that is. I
Sean.
was just saying
Who
it.
is
Sean.
Scooby Day?
Brian Dable has turned a
it's
team
Spanish.
who everybody thought was going to be under 3 wins, and he's turned the team into the playoffs. That team's going to the
9
playoffs.
wins. 9 wins.
We have
9
0
wins.
wide receivers. We have
Hey, guys.
practice squad receivers who are starting and
What
putting
coach
up
is
good
that?
stats.
What coach?
The
what's
Giants
he-
head
The
coach.
Giants? He's
Brian
not
Dable.
good. Who's the other
This
guy?
kid's an
Wait,
idiot.
who's the other guy we're talking about?
Oh, the
Brian-
Detroit's head coach.
Detroit.
Dan Campbell.
I don't want to hear this
The
idiot.
Giants one is better.
Just get out.
Don't call me an idiot again,
Just get
boy.
Just get out. Dan Campbell's a great coach, but he's not that.
I mean, Dan Campbell has talent.
I think
Brian
they have
Daboll's
to be
better,
top
man.
2. Also,
All the Giants have is
underrated
Kayvon
pick.
Thibodeau.
If the Giants somehow like
Kayvon Thibodeau's a
self-destruct near
beast.
the end of the season and Seattle makes
They
it
will.
far, does Pete Carroll have a potential discussion for
No.
Coach of the Year?
Not
Pete
even
Carroll is
close.
Well, Pete Carroll
horrible.
has to stay in the job, obviously. Wait,
I think Pete Carroll, Dan Campbell, and Brian Dable are top 3 for Coach of the Year.
What about
candidates.
MVP? Who do you got for MVP?
Patrick
Okay.
Mahomes.
Tua
No,
Tagovailoa.
because
I don't
the
wanna hear
Chiefs
you
would still
with
be
any
good
of
without
these
Patrick
awards,
Mahomes.
Austin.
Bro, the Chiefs have only.
Kidding.
Bro, the Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes
Yes.
would be like an 8-win team.
True.
Yeah,
But
I agree
think
with
about
that.
it for other teams. What do you now? As much as I hate Philly,
Jalen
and
Hurts.
as I dislike
It's
New
not
York,
Jalen Hurts
It's not
because
Jalen
they
Hurts.
have so much talent on
They
their team.
do.
It's
They have
not
But
Devonta
have they
Smith.
been
They have
winning?
A.J. Brown. They have Miles Sanders.
It's Gardner Minshew isn't that good. Okay, I understand.
Gardner
Get
Minshew
a
has a good
decent
game, but a
quarterback.
bad game. Good game, bad
Get a
game.
decent quarterback, and they're still doing good. I promise you.
that honestly, that's fair. They
He's
probably
not
still make
carrying
us like
the
a
team.
9-win team. But
Put
also,
Daniel Jones in there. He'll have.
I don't.
He'll have,
That's what I'm
he'll
saying.
have his
I didn't.
wins.
What I was gonna say. I don't think Daniel Jones will win it or even get a vote, but I think Daniel Jones should be at least thought of for the idea of MVP.
He's top 5.
Because you think about it, look at the Giants without Daniel Jones, and think about what the team's gonna be.
honestly, because then they would just run to Saquon. He had a great first half. Is he still doing good? I'm not
Saquon's
sure.
doing over 100 yards a game.
Oh, that's good.
He has an average of 4.8 a carry. Saquon's doing very good, but they don't rely on him. They don't. They don't run the ball a crazy
They don't
amount.
that much.
They don't
I've
need
seen
to.
Jones pass it a lot more and more recent
Oh,
games.
we've gone whole drives where we ran it twice.
They should
We
sign
and scored
They don't
Jones
need to
touchdowns.
for,
rely on
they
him
should
anymore.
franchise tag Jones 4 years.
Oh, they're going to. They're probably gonna re-sign
4
Jones. They
years,
should.
35 million.
All right,
Resign this
wait.
year.
Last thing. Season's coming
Eagles
to an
versus
end.
Bills are the Super Bowl prediction.
No.
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 Yes, bro.
It's not happening.
No.
It's not happening.
Eagles aren't going and Bills aren't going.
That's the.
They'll have a
That's,
chance, but the Eagles are not
no,
going
you're
to go.
stupid. That's the
Okay. Also, by the way, the reason why we swapped the Super Bowl predictions is because one of our people in the back asked us about Super Bowl predictions.
Eagles
so that's
Bills
why we-
is the most likely
No,
one.
it's not.
Yes,
as
it
of
is.
skill.
Yes, it
As
is.
of skill.
Yes.
I don't
As
see
of
that.
skill.
I don't see
can,
the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I'm
I
sorry.
I don't see the Eagles.
I can name
I
at
don't
least
see the
2
Eagles.
teams that are better than Philly and the NFC alone.
Who?
San Fran
Yes.
Wrong.
No. Yes.
Wrong.
and
Sam,
Dallas.
Fran,
Dallas.
Absolutely
What are you talking
not.
about, Dallas?
Yeah,
Sam-
Do you think Dallas is better than Philly,
No.
Joe?
And
They
don't
could
lie.
beat them, but
They
they're
they're
not
not
better.
better.
Yeah, I agree.
I disagree.
If both
in
are playing
certain
100.
points, there's different points where I think it could go either way at both times.
I mean, it's Dak Prescott versus
No,
Eagles.
the
I mean,
Giants-
Dak Prescott is
listen,
not a good quarterback.
Giants are not
Oh,
better than the
in
Eagles.
2022.
Wait, hold
In
on.
Stop. No, no,
2022,
we don't need to
Dak
look up stats.
Prescott is not a good
Okay,
quarterback.
The
here's
Gi-
the thing. Oh, what were you saying, Austin?
The Cowboys are
God.
not beating the Eagles, guys.
Oh my
San Fran has
We
a
just
chance.
said that.
Yes. No, they
bro,
would
you gotta remember, it's Brock Purdy in the playoffs.
Brock Purdy is a amazing.
Oh
he's a
my
generational
God.
talent.
He's a generation. Okay, whatever.
No,
Whatever,
hear
bro.
me out. So everyone was saying like,
Put anyone in the 49ers system, they will succeed.
I agree.
isn't that what we said about the Eagles though?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
the
it's
49ers,
true.
you can succeed even more.
I agree. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But he is succeeding, and that's what matters.
And he also for like this is like with young quarterbacks, they're usually not able to lead like game-winning drives.
Young Bucks.
Like a certain like younger quarterbacks like aren't responding to game-winning drives. Weren't the 49ers at a time down and then Brock Purdy, the 49ers offense scored a touchdown, then Raiders got a touchdown, and then
OT,
Brock
right?
Purdy the 49ers offense got him into field goal range. It was a 49-yard field goal, and
Impressive.
Robbie Gold missed it, or not Robbie Gold. Was it Robbie Gold? I think it was Robbie Gold.
Robbie Gould's the kicker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brock Purdy's really good. Since the game that they blew out the Buccaneers. I've
All
been
right, so
saying he's
real
good.
quick, next week predictions. We're only doing the games that matter because eliminated teams don't really matter. Lions and Packers. Who do you think's gonna win?
I got
Who do you
The-
think's going to win? Not
I-
who do you want to win? Who do you think's gonna win?
the Detroit Lions.
Honestly,
too.
I do think Detroit still wins that game.
I do.
However, I don't think Seattle loses to LA.
I want Detroit to win, but I
I don't
think the
either.
Packers are gonna win.
I honestly I see probably Seattle getting the 7th spot, even though Detroit and Green Bay.
Oh,
are
wait,
more
let's talk
deserving.
about the AFC South because that's the
Oh,
division
yeah.
game. Whoever wins that wins the
whoever
division.
wins
the
that
game?
wins it.
Titans, Jaguars. Whoever wins the game is
Jaguars by far.
Titans by
Jaguars.
I think
by
Jaguars.
a crazy amount.
Jaguars.
Depends
Titans
if
have a
Derrick
chance to-
Henry's
Titans are
playing.
good, but
The
Jaguars.
Titans are getting close to the same amount
Depends-
of injury
depends
prone as
if
the
Derrick Henry's
2020
playing.
Philadelphia Eagles. It's like getting that bad
Who
because
wins if Derrick Henry plays?
Jaguars.
Titans.
Jaguars.
Is it me or has Henry not been? I mean, he's still been good, but has he? He's hasn't
No,
been.
no,
as
no.
good.
top, like,
He's
five.
been
He's
been
top five.
more
good.
active.
Really?
Yes.
He's been doing amazing. He's been out the last week though, which is, if he comes back, I think they win that
Did you see
very
the game
easily.
against the Raiders?
Okay, yeah, okay,
No,
that's
I
my
didn't.
bad. But before that, the reason why I thought I was in a slump is because from November 13th to December 4th, he got no more than 87. He had his best game was 87 yards, and he had 28 attempts to get it. But he's only at that time his highest was only carrying about 3.1 yards average. But these last 3 games that he's
No,
been
I
doing
think
really good.
hold on,
But also look at the teams he's played. Like, or do they have? Actually, no. Jacksonville, I think, has a good run defense.
because
But
he's
Yeah.
on my
the
fantasy
Chargers
team.
and Houston.
Insane.
he's
Chargers
still-
have a great run defense. What are you talking about?
Okay, that
They
might
have one of the best run
Oh, Chargers
defenses
is the
in
most
the
underrated
NFL.
team in the playoffs.
I think
Facts.
Ravens are.
No,
Yeah,
no,
against-
not Ravens.
Ravens
not
without
Ravens.
Lamar Jackson are it.
Ravens
Well, the Ravens are
not.
gonna get Lamar right by the end
I
by
don't know.
playoffs.
We
Not by
I think
playoffs. Not by playoffs.
Are they making the playoffs?
Ravens
They're-
are in.
Yeah,
They're
they're
already
far.
in.
They can still win the division.
Who's their quarterback?
Tyler Huntley
Tyler
right
Huntley.
now.
Tyler Huntley is actually he's pretty good.
He's serviceable. He's
And
Don't
serviceable.
see
even
it.
if Lamar can come back, I don't think they're gonna bring him back before
I haven't
the playoffs
watched a
start.
Ravens game all season.
Now
They're
they're
not
fine.
good.
Like
You
I
should
have,
have.
like I have,
Besides
like,
Giants, Ravens, I watched.
I have
them.
not heard a single thing about the Ravens except like I keep seeing them get win after win after win. I'm like, oh wow.
Now
Then I
they
hear-
lost. They lost.
But then I hear about like the Steelers. I watch Steelers. The
They
one
lost
game
to
I
Kenny
watched the
Pickett
Ravens.
throwing
Yeah.
Pickets.
Kenny Pickett is not that bad.
Kenny Pickett is not that bad.
good.
Overhated, bro.
He needed some
But he's-
time to adjust.
Dude,
not
it's
bad,
just
but
the
he's
Mike
not
Tomlin
He's in a
curse
bad
coming in at its
situation.
finest.
Kenny Pickett throws Pickets.
His only wide receiver is getting triple covered. His O line's terrible.
Yeah.
His coach sucks.
Tomlin?
Yes, Tomlin is. They need to fire Tomlin, and they're going to as soon as they get the chance. bro.
My God.
Tomlin is gone.
No.
You're stupid if you think Tomlin's a good coach.
Dude, Tomlin has kept
Bro,
the Steelers.
he led a 3-7 team to probably over 500.
Absolutely not. Tomlin sucks.
Oh,
Dude, Mike Tomlin has to go down as one of the greatest
He's
coaches.
one of the greatest coaches
Top
of all
top
time.
5, but probably top 5. I
Are
would
you
say.
crazy?
I'm
No.
not crazy.
No,
Top
because
5 of all time?
He ever since 2003, the Pittsburgh Steelers have not had a losing season.
How many Super Bowls have they won?
Two.
Two.
Since 2003?
Yes.
Yes, I think
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
1 or 2.
It's
Mike
two.
Tomlin's terrible.
No, he's not.
That's all I gotta say.
No, he's-
Especially right now. Right now more than ever, he's terrible.
How is he terrible?
He's just a bad coach.
How is he terrible?
How? Give us 3 reasons why.
Just watch the games. He's just a not
Just
good
watch.
coach.
That
Bro,
Speaks for itself.
No,
Doesn't
it
need any
doesn't.
reasons.
think of his roster. He has an 8-8 record with that roster.
He has a pretty good roster.
No, he doesn't.
He has a great defense.
Bro,
The
no, they
Steelers
don't
have a
anymore.
good
Oh, the
roster.
They have a
Steelers
great
have a
defense.
good defense.
They
I
have
would say.
a very
Probably.
good
They
defense.
didn't have J.J. Watt all year, did they?
TJ.
TJ.
TJ Watt, they had him half the year. They have the best free safety in the NFL.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
They
That's
have.
it. That's
They,
it.
no, their cornerbacks are very good. They're
Russell,
no-name
I
corners,
think
but
we
they're
can all,
good.
Austin, even as a Browns fan, you have to agree that Mike Tomlin is like a top, at least if you don't
Top
say
10,
top
top
10.
10.
Guys, I've never heard of him, so you can't ask me anything.
Austin.
I don't.
Never heard of what?
Mike Tomlin, I don't know.
Mike,
who that is.
Do you know
is
any
this kid
coaches?
Stupid?
Do you know
Dude.
your own coach?
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski. That's the only one I know.
What's your general manager's name?
I have no idea.
Oh my God!
God. Oh, all right. So actually, one thing that is completely random, but Joe, what do you think about the New York Yankees signing that the San Francisco Giants head coach from that one
Oh,
made it to 4 World Series and got 3.
What
World
coach is
Series
he? A
rings.
pitching coach?
It's the assistant general manager. He works with Cashman now,
I don't like Cashman, but like.
but he made like a great assignment. Like he made like that sign was probably one of the most underrated things from the Yankees this year. I know we didn't talk about the Yankees a lot, so I just tried to fit something in.
Oh, the Yankees, their ceiling is the ALCS again.
No way.
They will lose again. Because the Yankees of this age, they're not like the 90s.
I always felt like last year was the Yankees' shot, and I
mean-
think this year they've only gotten their outfield.
They
got a
have
bit
gotten
worse,
better,
but their pitching has gotten
but the
better.
Astros have not gotten worse.
They lost Verlander. They haven't.
Yeah,
they,
but
lo- they lost, like,
Verlander
some
was
of their star
38 years
batters.
old. He doesn't matter.
All right, so last thing, let's do Super Bowl prediction. Oh,
You just did that.
My bad. That's my bad. All right. So I guess is that it? Is everyone good?
Yeah, we're tired in here. Let's go.
I want to eat.
I do too. Let's go.
All
Have a
right.
chicken sandwich if everyone wanted to know.
Spicy one.
Spicy one.
Spicy
of
chicken
course.
sandwich with fries.
Oh yeah.
Not the purple ones though. The purple ones are bad.
Okay. All right. So everyone, thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Sports Resort. Also, don't forget to the sheet, fill it out for who the MVP of the episode was and make predictions. It's on a Google form underneath the YouTube link in the description. Make sure to fill that out. Fill out all the questions and fill out the MVPs. We'll go over the upsets and that's all I gotta say. Thank you for
Goodbye,
watching
everyone.
episode 3 of
Bye.
Sports Resort, and we'll see you next time.